So this vlog really isn't gonna be different from any other vlog that I do, but I did pick 4 books that are on my TBR cart, and I have my dog here. If you guys know, if you guys watch any of my videos, this is Dobie. Dobie, look. And this video is so pointless. I'm gonna have Dobie pick the book that I read in this vlog. So I have Drowning Erin by Elizabeth O'Rourke, and I read Waking Olivia, and Erin was a character in that book, okay? And then I have The Dark One by Nikki St. Crow. This is just the 2nd book in the Never King series, or Never After, what is it? I don't know, some series. It's kind of a really short, sexy book, okay? Then I have Wait For You by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which I've been wanting to read for a little bit, but I did see my friend Jane on Bookstagram. She was reading it and she absolutely loved it, and I was convinced to buy this. We got all kinds of genres in here. We got some smut, we got some tragic romance, we've got some cute romance, and we have Us Against You, which is just a Frederick Backman's 2nd book in the Beartown series. I'm gonna lay them out, and I'm gonna let my dog pick them. I know it's kind of silly, like, why? I don't know. I just wanted to switch it up. We'll see if Dobie's attracted to any of these books. Do you wanna pick a book? Come here. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get 4 treats because I just realized, how is he gonna pick a book when there's no incentive? So I'll be right back. Okay, nope. Come here, come, sit. Okay, wait. All right, now that he's got an incentive, I'm gonna wait. Which one do you want? Break? Oh, which one?
Which one? Dobie.
They're all under there, but I don't know.
Which one?
Which one? Get it.
Oh, that's one.
That's the one I wanted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's a good one. Okay, I'm gonna be reading Wait For You by Jennifer L. Armentrout.
Oh, Jen.
Good boy.
You love Jen.
I do love Jen. Good boy. I know. You did so good. Do you want the other ones? Good. Look at him. You did so good. Gentle. Gentle. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay, so let me do this. So I went to the library today to get my library card because I've lived in Colorado for like 7 months, 8 months now, and I haven't gotten my library card. So I got my new library card, and my local library, how many times can I say library in one sentence? My local library does this fun adult reading program, and if you track your progress, if you track reading 30 minutes every single day for 1 month, you get a free mug and a chocolate bar. So I'm gonna do it because I read way more than 30 minutes a day, so I am going to start tracking my progress, which I just thought I would include in this video. I'm gonna start the book. I don't have a single idea what it's about. The only Jennifer Armentrout books that I've read have been fantasy romance, like From Blood and Ash, the White Hot Kiss trilogy, Grace and Glory, Rage and Ruin, all of those books. So I'm excited to pick up a contemporary from her, so. Number 1, we have been introduced to the main love interest. His name is Cam, or Cameron. He's just a really good looking blue-eyed boy. That's basically all we know right now. He's pretty charming. And we do know Avery, our main character, has there's some like mystery aspect to it. I don't want to like give any spoilers away, but we know that something happened to her 5 years ago in her hometown, and now she moved to this small college town to kind of get away from her hometown because people are treating her poorly there because of something that happened like 4 or 5 years ago. So that's all we really know right now. She's just kind of been introduced to 2 friends of hers that she met the first week of college, and she's just been going to class. And she found out that the cute boy, Cam, is her neighbor also. Now I'm on chapter 4. I'm gonna read maybe to chapter like 10 tonight. I'm not in any rush to finish this book, so I'm just gonna read a few more chapters and then I gotta cook dinner. But I will come back with maybe like a 20 to 30% update. Hello, quick 100-page update. I did end up reading to chapter 10 last night like I wanted to, and I'm about to go to work, so I gotta make this quick. I need to make this quick, but here you go. So what did I just end on? Basically, we still have Cam, who is this really sweet, very kind flirt. We do know that Cam in his past, in high school, he was kind of like a man whore. Like that's kind of what he was known as. But he's giving hints that he's not a man whore right now, and he's a junior in college. So I think it's been a few years since he's been through his like slutty phase. Avery, who is still a prude, not in a bad way. We know something happened on Halloween 5 years ago with someone in her hometown. I'm gonna predict that Avery was either sexually assaulted at this Halloween party, and the assaulter, whoever she is accusing of assaulting her 5 years ago, I'm pretty sure the whole town where she grows up in just didn't believe her. And she's made out to be like the villain, and that's why she left Texas and now she's in West Virginia. I'm gonna be honest, this is all we really know. I like Cam and Avery's, it's not really bickering or banter, but it is Cam trying so hard to ask her on a date, and every single time she says no, and it's really funny. There's some really cute funny. It's not like laugh out loud funny. It's like, oh, that was so cute. Like that made me giggle. You want some? You can have a piece of popcorn. Okay. Okay, we have a quick update. I'm on page 152, so I'm basically halfway through. I just wanted to, oh my god, you're so cute. So the only thing that's really bothering me right now is the fact that Avery, and again, it's probably due to the fact that she went through something very traumatic, but she's very much like too humble or too naive about her situation. She's like, Cam could never like me. Cam would never want to actually go out with me. Like, he would never want to. It's just like he's doing it out of pity and stuff like that. After it drags on for half the book, I'm kind of over it. I'm ready for her to just be like, he can like me for me, and that's okay. I'm ready for them to progress, and it's starting to right now. So she did finally agree to go on a date with him. So they're going to dinner, and I love the best friends too. I think their names are Britt and Jacob. They're like Avery's best friends in college, and I like them a lot. They're very genuine, very sweet, very funny. Jacob is definitely that like implanted comic relief character. He's a little too try hard with the jokes, but I still like him. So that's the update. I'll be back. He's a good boy. Look, I love how his feet do this. Why are they angled out? Can't your feet be straight? Straighten them out. Hello, this will be a quick update. I'm on page 173 and I plan to finish this today. Hopefully, I'm getting a haircut later. The last time I got a haircut with this girl, she took like 4 hours. So I hope that doesn't happen again. I hope that it's a little bit quicker, and because I get my hair colored. It's not just a haircut. But what just happened, I loved it. So we know that Avery is a very timid person and like kind of anxious to date people or have her first kiss and all of that. So she's a little naive, timid, sweet, just like innocent, okay? But she doesn't like her family. There's some reasons why she doesn't like her family, but she ends up not going home for Thanksgiving, and Cam, our sweetheart, offers like, hey, want to come to Thanksgiving with me? And she is, debating it and everything like that. And he's like, don't think too much about it. Like, we're just friends. Like, don't worry about it. We're just friends. And I can tell he's doing this for her sake. Like, emphasizing the fact that they're just friends, because he knows how timid and how nervous she can be around him. And like, I just think it's so sweet that he's being so accommodating for her. Come here. He hates me. Oh, so sweet. He's a good boy. Who's out there? This is like my go-to to get him to look at the camera, just to say who's there. Who is that? Same spot as this morning. I did get a haircut. I feel so much better. So I read to page 270. So I binge read this morning like 100 pages. Okay, what's going on? I can't even remember what's happening right now. Oh my God, this made me so frustrated with Avery. She just spent 5 weeks, 4 weeks basically ignoring Cam because of something that happened. And I get it. The something that happened, the something that Cam found out about her was a little too revealing for Avery and she didn't like it. I understand where Avery's coming from, but 5 weeks? Excuse me, girl. He's the only one at the school besides like your 2 friends. He's the only one who's gonna like really care and like want to help you and want to like make you feel better. And waiting that long made me annoyed. And no wonder like Cam was upset and annoyed too. And by like the 4th or 5th week, she's like, why is Cam mad at me? And it's like, because you ignored him for 4 fucking weeks. So I'm kind of annoyed at that. Like, I think that was the conflict, I'm pretty sure. And then something's about to happen right now. A little spice, I think. The only other like climax part that I think could happen is Cam finding out what happened to Avery 5 years ago. Like, that's the only really big like climax part that I can see happening. I don't know, but it's good. It's good. That's my update for now. I will be back with another one. Dobie's not in this update outside of the door. I could finish it tonight. I could. I don't think I will because I'm listening to 2 other books. I'm listening to a book and I'm reading another book on my phone. So I don't know if I'll finish this one today, but by tomorrow I will. And I'll have a final review and update for you. And Dobie will make an appearance because he did choose this book. And so far, I'm loving it. So that's it for now. See you guys later. Big teddy bear. Okay, so Dobie is trying so hard to chew his bone, so I'm gonna let him go, but thank you for choosing the book, okay? Okay. All right, let's go over the quick review that I had for Wait For You by Jennifer L. Armstrong. I finished it last night. Bring out my notes because I wrote some stuff down because I wanted to make sure I got everything. Let's start with the date this book was written. Pretty sure 2012 or 2013. I could tell, but not in a bad way. Like, this book was definitely timeless, let's just say. Like, they're still texting, they're still calling. Like, it's not like ancient, but it definitely has this, you know, back in 2012 it was just a different time for books, and it gives that same feel, but not in a bad way. Like, it was still very good. You know, one thing I really thought was funny, like, this isn't even that big of a deal, but multiple characters in this book would smoke cigarettes. And again, that's not a big deal. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Not that that really mattered, but I feel like that's very early 2000s-ish to incorporate smoking. Now, overall thoughts. I thought Cam was a sweetheart. He was perfect in every single way. Both Avery and Cam kind of struggled with their own little battles, but they handled it so well. I do like how this miscommunication, it wasn't miscommunication, it was lack of communication on Avery's part, but it was for good reason. She's had trauma and she didn't want to talk about it, that makes sense for the story. So I'm okay with this lack of communication trope. Usually I hate them. I hate all miscommunication tropes no matter what, but this one I didn't mind. This one was good. The communication at the end was it was worth the wait. I will say this book definitely shows the impact trauma can have on someone's past, present, and future, and how it affects them, and how you handle a situation basically determines the rest of your life, right? So Avery, she has been holding on to something that happened 5 years ago, rightfully so. What happened was terrible. Entering into a new relationship, she has to be able to trust and be willing to allow Cam to see even the darkest parts of her. I did like the fact that it shone light on trauma and how there are people out in the world that you can trust eventually. Because Avery was holding on to her past, it was holding her back from having a really great present and future. So Jennifer Armentrout did a really good job of clearing that situation up. So I really liked the way she did that and handle it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And the only reason is that the last like 15% was 4 or 5 different sexual scenes. That was all that was happening. It was like, oh, and then a week later we tried to do this. And then a week later I gave him this. And then a week later he did this to me. And it was just like physically bonding, but not going like all the way. And again, all the way doesn't matter. I loved the all the way, the final scene. That was great. She did it really well. And it was wholesome, and we'd been waiting for it, because I feel like leading up to it, there was so much buildup for just that one scene. And I didn't love that. I would have loved some more romancy kind of stuff going on at the end, because the first like 90% is very heavily romantic. Cam is hopeless romantic for sure. He's just so sweet and like wants to cook for her and everything. The fact that the last 10% was just like every chapter, every page is like them about to do something sexual. I was like, I kind of want something sweeter. But there was other stuff in the last 10%. So I'm not saying it was only sex, but it felt like it. So that is my review. And I thought Dobie picking that out was just a cute little touch. I don't think I'll do that again, at least not anytime soon, but it was fun. So I'm happy I got it off my TBR, and I'm going to put it up on my Jennifer Armentrout shelf. Actually, that's a good question. Since this is contemporary romance, I have my whole Jennifer Armentrout shelf right there, and I have the top shelf, and some books are missing because I lent them to a friend, but those are all of her like fantasy romance. I don't know, do I put this with my contemporary romance section like over here? Because this cover doesn't really match the vibe and aesthetic of that top shelf. I might put it with my contemporary romance. I'm not sure, but super cute. I loved it. I will see you guys in the next video.